Welcome back to the Auto Hub. In the annals of aviation history, few fighter planes have achieved the legendary status of the Lockheed P-38 Lightning. As we reflect in 2025 on the technological marvels and heroic feats of World War II, the P-38 stands out not just as a weapon of war, but as a symbol of American innovation, daring design, and battlefield dominance. Its twin-boom structure, central nacelle cockpit, and dual engines made it one of the most visually unique aircraft of its time, and its performance on the battlefield solidified its place in the pantheon of great military aircraft. Developed by Lockheed and introduced before the United States entered the Second World War, the P-38 was the product of visionary engineer Clarence Kelly Johnson and the elite design team at Lockheed's Skunk Works. From the beginning, the aircraft was designed to be fast, powerful, and versatile. It featured two turbo-supercharged Allison V1710 engines and counter-rotating propellers to neutralize torque, giving it superb handling despite its size and weight. With a top speed of over 400 miles per hour and a service ceiling above 40,000 feet, the P-38 was one of the fastest and highest flying fighters of the early war years. It was also the first American fighter capable of flying on just one engine, a crucial feature for long-range missions over ocean or jungle. What truly set the P-38 apart was its unmatched range. It could escort bombers or conduct reconnaissance missions deep into enemy territory, especially in the vast expanses of the Pacific Theater where distances were enormous and airstrips were few and far between. The central nose-mounted armament consisting of 4.50 caliber machine guns and a 20mm cannoner was deadly and accurate. Unlike wing-mounted guns that needed to be harmonized to converge at a specific distance, the P-38's nose guns allowed pilots to shoot straight and true over a longer distance, increasing hit probability and effectiveness in dogfights and strafing runs alike. One of the most legendary moments in the P-38's combat history came in April 1943, during Operation Vengeance. American codebreakers intercepted plans for Admiral Isoroku Yamamoto's inspection tour in the Solomon Islands. Flying over 1,000 miles round-trip from Guadalcanal, a specially chosen group of P-38 pilots successfully intercepted and shot down Yamamoto's bomber, killing the mastermind behind the attack on Pearl Harbor. This mission, made possible by the Lightning's range and precision, remains one of the most famous aerial assassinations in military history. The P-38's reputation was solidified in the Pacific, but it also saw action in North Africa, Europe, and the Mediterranean. In the European theater, it served admirably as a long-range escort and fighter bomber, although it did face challenges in colder climates, where cockpit heating and engine performance could falter. Despite these issues, the P-38 was instrumental in many missions before the rise of the P-51 Mustang. In the skies over Europe, it earned the grudging respect of German pilots, who nicknamed it the Fork-tailed Devil due to its fearsome presence and unique twin-tail design. Many of America's top aces flew the P-38, including Major Richard Bong, the highest-scoring U.S. ace of World War II, with 40 confirmed aerial victories, all in a Lightning. Close behind was Major Thomas McGuire, with 38 kills. These pilots pushed the aircraft to its limits and demonstrated just how deadly the Lightning could be when flown by skilled hands. Their stories and dogfights became legendary, inspiring generations of pilots and enthusiasts. Beyond its combat success, the P-38 was also a technological pioneer. It was among the first fighters to incorporate features like a tricycle landing gear, boosted aileron controls, and turbo superchargers that allowed it to perform well at high altitudes. It also played a key role in aerial reconnaissance, with modified versions like the F-5 being used to capture critical intelligence images throughout the war. These aircraft flew high, fast, and alone, relying on their speed and range to evade enemy fighters and return with valuable photographs that helped shape Allied strategy. After the war, the P-38's frontline role was quickly overtaken by the rapid rise of jet-powered aircraft. Still, the Lightning continued to serve in various roles, including weather reconnaissance and training, well into the late 1940s. Surplus Lightnings found civilian uses too, from air racing to film work, and some were preserved by collectors and museums who recognized the aircraft's historical significance. Today, in 2025, the P-38 Lightning is more than just a relic of the past. It's a flying tribute to the ingenuity, bravery, and sacrifice of the World War II generation. Restored examples still grace the skies at air shows, their twin booms and roaring engines captivating spectators and keeping history alive. For aviation enthusiasts, historians, and fans of military aviation, the P-38 represents a golden age of flight, an era where design pushed boundaries and pilots became legends. Its legacy is not measured only in dogfights won or missions flown, but in the way it changed perceptions of what a fighter aircraft could be. The P-38 was fast, powerful, deadly, and beautiful. As the world looks back 80 years after the war's end, the Lightning remains a symbol of victory, innovation, and the relentless spirit of those who flew it.